What is going on, guys? Welcome to my Monday evening thoughts on the game yesterday. Obviously, if you joined the live stream, thank you again, guys, for coming and hanging out. Appreciate that. Yeah. This is a game I truly believe that we shouldn't have lost. I don't think that this game yesterday, we should have lost that game. We shouldn't have. This team is way better than what it's showing offensively. This team should be firing all cylinders on offense, but I'll get more into that. Well, obviously that's what tonight's show is about. JSK, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming and joining the live stream. Also, Goat Returns, thank you for the comment. Make sure you like and subscribe this channel, guys, if you love what I'm putting out there. I go live every day, almost every day, 5 days a week, especially on Sundays, and of course on game day, I'm always live. So, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, like I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, then this is the channel for you. Obviously, right now it's tough being a Carolina Panthers fan, and honestly, guys, I'm tired. So, but I'm here. And all that I ask is you like the video, like the live stream, subscribe to the channel, and click that post notifications bell. I'm trying to figure out if I like the virtual backgrounds going on that I got here. Maybe I might have to go with something else. Definitely not that. Definitely not brick either. That's not going to go well. Screw it. I'm going to change it up, actually. I'm going to get out of this. I'll just go with my regular stuff here. Perfect. Keep it a little blur. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just my room. All right, that's fine. Anyways, those three things: like, subscribe, and click that post notifications bell. Those three things, that's all I can ask. Like it says down there on that banner, man, you better pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to show your support, you can also hit that super chat. You can also hit that Cash App. That's another way you can show your support as well. Or you could just do the free route and just do like, subscribe, post notifications bell. All right. That's all that I ask. Okay. Also, today, we are sponsored by BetUSA. So sign up today, get 125% bonus on your first deposit. Use promo code Pantherology, and you'll get free. They give you a free amount of money. I'm not sure if they never really told me. So I think it's like $25, like 10 or $25. So go check it out. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's get this comment section going here. Let me see what's going on with this comment section. Wait, what happened? There we go. Jared Patterson says, who is your QB3 after Stroud, Young? Because that's our next quarterback. I would have to say, for me, it would have to be, I really like Caleb Williams out of USC. I think also KJ Jefferson is a guy that we could look into. Grayson McCall out of Coastal Carolina. He's a stud as well. Hooker out of Tennessee is another guy that has opened my eyes up this college football season. So yeah, there's a bunch of names out there for sure. What coach do we want, Dorsey or the Eagles offensive coordinator? I would probably say Dorsey, but I also like Eric Bieniemy. As long as he's offensive minded, I don't care who he is, and he's actually shown some success in the NFL. So I would take that too. So anyways, I'm going to analyze the game and kind of give you a couple of things to think about, that I also going to give some positive vibes, but it's also going to be negative. We all know today as a Carolina Panthers fan, this is rough, man. I mean, it is. It's rough. It's rough being a Carolina Panthers fan right now. I'm tired. I'm tired of the same old thing, the same excuses. This coaching staff, Baker Mayfield, not producing. There's no reason why this offense isn't producing. Um, there's no reason why this offense isn't producing. Uh, so, um, yeah, I mean it's very frustrating right now. Um, so I went back and watched the game, and basically I analyzed it. And as we know earlier this week, or last week, I should say earlier last week, we know Baker Mayfield was asked what he thought about when Christian McCaffrey would he be playing against the Cardinals on Sunday. And just because McCaffrey had a thigh issue going on, and he didn't normally give his normal statement. He said, I don't, normal statement, which anybody else would probably say is I don't know, but he got like a little like smart alecky with the press. In my opinion, he said he's gone 0 dark 30 on us. He just keeping us guessing. And surprisingly though, it was Mayfield, in my opinion, who went 0 dark 30 yesterday. So leaving us wondering, is he ever going to turn the corner and start producing at a higher rate? I mean, at the end of the day, dude, you went 22 of 36 for 197 yards, a touchdown, but 2 interceptions. And this defense, luckily enough for Frankie Louvu, who spotted you 7 points, y'all couldn't you have the most batted balls down in the league right now. So the batted throws at the line of scrimmage have been a huge concern for Baker Mayfield. And that's been throughout his whole NFL career. And then it happened again on Sunday. And the Cardinals got 3 touches on the ball, which brings Mayfield's season to a total of 9 throws batted down, which is the most in the NFL right now. And that's what's most disappointing about Baker Mayfield in these first 4 game performance, is that they thought they got an upgrade from Sam Darnold. But if you go look at Sam Darnold's stats, the first 4 games, they are way better than Baker Mayfield's. And these coaching staff will not go out and say publicly that they chose to get Baker Mayfield because that was the main reason why they went out and got him, because they thought he was an upgrade from Sam Darnold. But now look how dumb they look. And it makes me look dumb. Makes me look like a clown, because I thought Baker Mayfield was an upgrade for sure. But he sure as hell is proving me wrong. Don't you love that? I think that this whole coaching staff lost trust in Darnold's ability to complete the task and desire to seek out someone who could. And to be honest, who's to say that Darnold doesn't have better stats right now than Sam Darnold in these first 4 games? Because Baker Mayfield right now is ranked 27th in the league in yards, 747. He's 31st in completion percentage. He's at 54.7%. He's 32nd in QBR, 15.4 QBR rating, and 20th in touchdown passes, 4. It's absolutely very disappointing. So, for some reason, this passing game it's non-existent, man. And almost everyone, and probably a lot of other people too, including myself, felt that Mayfield could keep the Panthers competitive and even probably and possibility of leading them to a wild card position because of what he did in Cleveland. And he wasn't a total jerk in Cleveland, as the national, I think, media portrayed him to be. But early in his career, interceptions were an issue. You can go look that up. But he still found ways to move the ball and score. And he's failed to do that coming here. The Panthers are now again involved in another quarterback controversy, and it's again and again and again and again, and it has been with Matt Rule. This is our third quarterback under Matt Rule. Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. Go look it up right now. Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback stat-wise or performance-wise than anybody else that we've brought in since Cam. Now, Sam Darnold, Sam Darnold is eligible to return from the injured reserve list this week, which might make Carolina really think about things and maybe give Darnold a shot behind this new offensive line, which is that's also very frustrating. We improved this offensive line. This offensive line is better than what we were last year. That's for damn sure. And we know, and I watched Matt Rule's press conference on Sunday, and he declined to comment anything about making a quarterback change. I can tell you right now, Matt Rule doesn't want to be in this. I can guarantee you right now, Matt Rule does not want to be in this spot, but neither do we. Especially having to make a decision on swapping quarterbacks in the first 4 games of the season. And Rule's seat right now he is in boiling hot water, and David Tepper is just stirring him around in there and throwing carrots. About to fry his ass up. I mean, already 1-3 this season to start the season. And then he's 11-26 and 2+ seasons as a head coach. We can't afford to wait around anymore for Baker Mayfield to work things out. And he can't also afford to move Darnold and have the same result. Since doing so, that may make David Tepper to make his own switch of his own and replace Matt Rule. With an upgraded offensive line, though, overall, this is the whole point of what I'm getting at. With an upgrade offensive line and a healthy Christian McCaffrey to complement all of that with the Panthers' premier weapons, as in DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Laviska Shenault. I mean, hell, I'll even throw Rashad Higgins, Terrace Marshall, Cy Smith. I'll even throw Deontay Foreman and Chuba in there. These guys are all solid. Yes, they've just made also a lot of mistakes too. Wide receivers have dropped balls. Guys have fumbled balls. So I do have to put a little bit of blame on that. We've seen it. Go watch the tape. But there's no reason for this offense to struggle as badly as it is. Matt Rule, Ben McAdoo, and Baker Mayfield must solve this mystery and become the freaking mystery game like Scooby-Doo and them before it's too late. And it kind of already feels like it is. So it's like, who's at fault here? I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all vote on it here. Who's at fault here? Now I'm gonna let you vote. You don't have to comment. Just hit this vote. I think I got to put the correct options though here. Oh. How do I want to make this poll though? All right. And if you choose, so I put a poll in the chat. All right. If you choose other, comment who you think. All right. All right. So choose who you think with the poll there. All right. So Todd Parker, sorry, I just saw your. I was going on my little rant there, and then I got some more thoughts on the whole situation, and I'll give you my quick thoughts. Got a couple to go over here. Why are we going to keep Baker Mayfield in there? Longer we keep him in there, we will have it to give a 4th round pick. I would rather give a 5th round pick and put PJ Walker in. Kind of not understanding that statement, but maybe it's because I'm out of it a little bit. All right. Wayne Levies of Kentucky. Phoenix out of Washington. Y'all, Paul Manshee. I do like Grayson McCall. Hell, Allen was better than him. I mean, yeah, Kyle Allen looked a lot better than him. Do note the most offensive coaching staff was not here in 2022. Didn't coach Sam Darnold last year. Darnold has not been released by medical staff. Yeah, I know. Gab, is it possible to trade Lamar? I guarantee you the Ravens are going to want way more than what they. I guarantee you the Ravens are going to want way too much for him. Yeah, I mean, I think Baker needs to stop saying that because it does sound very ignorant. Yeah, he definitely needs to stop saying that. Start PJ Walker until Sam Darnold is ready. I mean, you could. Now I know what you meant, Paul. Yeah, it's just what's going on doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, we can say I honestly I think Ben McAdoo's play calling's been very vanilla. It's very easy to see what we're running, so that doesn't help. Defenses can read the play calls super easily. I think Baker Mayfield, he does not. His footwork looks like shit back there right now. If you go watch the tape, he's still like moving his feet before he even steps in and throws the ball. He's still moving his feet while he's throwing instead of stepping in because he's too worried about the balls getting batted down. But if he sees a guy, like the one play was a screenplay over to Christian McCaffrey, the guy jumps up in the air. Why not move your feet forward, step out the way, and throw? We went through so many quarterbacks, so it is on Matt. I say make it on who we are getting rid of. The trade to the Browns is yeah. Yeah, I mean, possibility. It's just, and it doesn't look like it right now. But, so back to my thoughts here. I will say this. Frankie Luvu was outstanding. I mean, I'm going to start throwing around some positivity here. He was definitely outstanding. Obviously, we didn't get the result what we wanted. But, I mean, Frankie Luvu, like I said, was just absolutely outstanding. He continues to be a force to be reckoned with on that defensive side of the ball. And he was there. He was a force to be reckoned with from start to finish against the Cardinals. I mean, he ended the game up with 11 sacks. And then that phenomenal interception, pick 6. I mean, again, the offense, once again, non-existent. And honestly, it doesn't even matter what Frankie Louvu does, even if he has those big games like he had, because our offense is non-existent. Still think that Christian McCaffrey is underused. I think there's still more confusion on the whole Christian McCaffrey usage. He did get a touchdown. And I think he's just getting more carries than he is getting those touches out of the passing game. But that's due to the lack of performance by Baker Mayfield, I think. And I think it's also could be part of the fact that Ben McAdoo is just having difficulty finding that balance for this offense. So I do have to put some blame. I mean, I do put a lot of the blame on Ben McAdoo's play calling. So far, right now at the votes, we are at Matt Rule 33%, and in the poll, and Baker Mayfield at 67%. All right. Let's get this live stream up to 25 likes, guys. We're at 11. Let's get it up to 25 likes. Another thing with Brian Burns, this defense cannot just rely on Brian Burns. He can't just do it all alone. He's having a great season. He's another force to be reckoned with. Thank God Frankie Louvu is stepping up. But there's just not there isn't much pressure coming off the opposite side. So someone needs to step up. Burns is consistent. I think the Panthers would be wise to make him a very rich man at the end of this season. So that's for sure. I mean, and then, we're shooting ourselves in the foot with this offense. I mean, the Carolina Panthers offense is the whole weakness of this team. I mean, we aren't like this defense or this offense is not setting the world on fire. There's so many individual errors on this offense that it makes it difficult for this team to really generate any drives or momentum to even be competitive. And turnovers change games. Carolina had one with Frankie Louvu. He spotted us 7 points. I mean, Baker Mayfield in this game's QBR was a 7.4 out of a possible 100. That is absolutely god awful. A 7.4 QBR. It's just I'm in shock with 7.4 QBR. A 7.4 QBR in one game. That's so bad. That is absolutely so bad. I can't believe it. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Now, I'm going to bring some positivity now. We don't have to worry about punting. I can tell you that. This Johnny Hecker, man, I have no longer concern for a punter. Which he managed to extend a lot of plays and get Arizona down in that end, basically down to the end zone. That was basically the only thing I celebrated that afternoon, or basically thought that was the best thing besides Frankie Louvu's pick six and his performance, and of course Brian Burns' performance. But But I mean, Johnny Hecker's the only guy who seems like an all-pro coming off this team besides Brian Burns, and unless Frankie Luvu continues to play like he did on Sunday. So I mean, that was some positivity. The special teams is definitely one of our strong suits, and that's sad because you can win a lot of games with a great special teams. DJ Moore looked better. I will say that. I would say for the first 3 games, you didn't really see us really utilize DJ Moore very well. A lot of people were criticizing him for not getting open and which his stats showed that, and it just drew an upward from large section of the Carolina Panthers fan base on social media. But he cut a frustrated figure at times, but this is the best game of the year for him. He had 6 receptions for 11 targets, 50 receiving yards. He also got 1 carry for 11 rushing yards, which was a slight step in the right direction. But I mean, nothing else from that. But that's another person that's not getting utilized in this offense correctly. But he needs to work on his route running a little bit, because when I was watching his film, he's not getting open very effectively. So I don't know why that is, but it doesn't look good. Dante Jackson, he did not look very good. And we know he's dealing with some injury problems. But that's not, prevented him from playing in these last 2 games. I think we all expect more from him, especially the contract that he just got recently. He got a rough game in coverage, man, and Kyler Murray exposed him very often in this game. Not exactly what everyone had in mind regarding a player that has been so good, especially with the extension this offseason. And a lot of people were more in the fact that everybody wanted to keep Stephon Gilmore from last year. But we chose to let Stephon move on, and we chose to sign Dante Jackson instead. Last but not least, and I'm just going to say it, we have a problem with Baker Mayfield. He has been a complete lack of execution back there, and seems like he has no ability to generate any kind of drive during these games. And the frustrations are growing, not only with the quarterback concern, not only with Baker Mayfield, but this fan base. They booed the shit out of Baker Mayfield on Sunday. And I wanted to too, but I didn't. Obviously, I'm on my live stream, and I'm not in the stand, so I wasn't really. I mean, I guess I could have booed, but I'm not one of those people. But as I said before, Sam Darnold is set to return from injury. How soon, I'm not sure. But I can tell you right now that leash is tightening on Baker Mayfield right now, unless things improve. And Matt Rule is boiling. He's not in a hot seat. He's in a boiling room. Like, he's in like this pot that you see in the cartoons, and David Tepper's sitting there stirring them together with a wooden spoon, throwing carrots in there, ready to fry his ass up. And I said it in my live stream yesterday. We look like we are the embarrassment of the league, especially offensively. Defensively and special teams wise, there's no complaints. But right now, with the team that we have and the weapons that we have, there's no reason why this team should not be 3-1 at least right now, in my opinion. So then it comes to my last thought here, and it's Matt Rule. And like I said, the pressures now, it's fully 100% on. You get a win over the New Orleans Saints, and you provide some kind of relief almost. And the performance that you put in front of a home crowd, especially on Sam Mills Day, and you're sitting at 1-3, there's no light at the end of the tunnel right now if you lose one more game. There is something clearly missing here for this team and organization. And what it is, I can sit here and say it's this, it's that, it's this. It's multiple things, honestly. And although there is a united front with the players and staff, but I can't help but wonder how frustrating it is in that locker room. Playing for a franchise that would look to that now looks to basically just set for a high-end draft pick in 2023. And then you got games upcoming against the 49ers, the Rams, and the Buccaneers. I can guarantee you things will not improve anytime soon. And what that means for Rule means that he better go ahead and get his resume ready and start reaching out to Wisconsin, Arizona State, and needs to reach out to Nebraska. So he just better get ready to go back to college football. There's multiple things going on in this for this team that needs to be addressed. Not just the quarterback, not just the head coach, not just it's multiple things. I could go look at, I would take Teddy Bridgewater right now over Baker Mayfield. And what I've said that going into this season, knowing that because I didn't think not Sam Darnold, but I didn't think Baker Mayfield was going to be this bad. Like I said it when we got him, I thought he was an upgrade from Sam Darnold. And I was totally off on that. You know, and I can tell you right now, PJ Walker ain't going to do much better for us, though. A lot of y'all can say, well, let's throw him PJ Walker. It ain't going to get any better with him. Honestly, Paul, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And trust me, I've thought about it. I've thought about that. Really have. It's unfortunate, too, because I really like... I could see us trading Robbie, Shaq, CJ. CMC, that's just going to be the one that's so tough for me. I'm tired of our fans' fantasy that we're always just a good QB away from being decent. Yeah, Baker played terrible, but all of a sudden they forgot that Sam was garbage. Sam was garbage, yeah, he was, but he played a hell of a lot better than freaking Baker Mayfield has in the first 4 games. Go check your stats. His QBR was a lot higher. He had a lot more yards. He took care of the football way better than Baker did. And Sam Darnold last year didn't get any balls batted down as much as Sam Darnold has. Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield this year has the most batted balls down in the NFL right now. And it's sad because you have a defense that's actually pretty is a top 10 defense in the league. Your special teams is definitely top 10. But your offense is 30, basically I'm pretty sure we're 31st in the league right now. 32nd. That's sad. So that's my thoughts. That is basically what I analyzed from the game. I'm going to kind of leave it open here for the next like 5 to 10 minutes. This will be recorded, so if people are coming in right now, I already analyzed the game, and then I went over and then kind of gave some extra thoughts there. So this is going to be recorded, so you will be able to go back and watch if you want to. But I am going to leave it open to everyone here to kind of just like shoot the shit. Maybe if you want to have like some questions, maybe a nice little Q&A. So if you have some questions, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of ordeal. You can ask me questions. I'm open to it. Guys, also make sure as you're coming in, make sure you pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm always going live. I'm always posting videos. So go check it out. I think I posted a short today too. That's kind of funny. I don't think a lot of people liked it though. Let's see how. I think I need to edit it just a little bit though. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, we're good to go. But batted balls aren't interceptions. I didn't check the stats, but I believe Sam had more than Baker after for 4 games. Well, we can go look it up. I mean, yeah, but his QBR rating was way higher than Baker's is right now. I mean, Baker Mayfield's QBR is way worse than even. This is bad, dude. I mean, Sam right now has a freaking QBR, or Baker Mayfield in that Cardinals game had a 7 QBR rating. That out of 100. That is so sad. So let's go check the stats on ESPN here. So ESPN is a wonderful thing. Because I could tell you right now, Sam Darnold's first 4 games are better than I'm willing to put money on it. Come on. Let's see. Stats. What is this? Passer rating. Okay. All right, so right now, after four games completed, Baker Mayfield has had 64 completions out of 117 attempts, which is a completion rating of 54.7%. He's got 747 yards. He's averaging about 6.4 yards, and he's averaging about 186 yards per game. The longest pass he's had this year is a 75 yard. He's had 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's been sacked 11 times, and his rating right now is 75. All right. Now let's go look at Sam. Well, his QBR was pretty rough last year. Okay, let's see here. Wait, how many yards is that passing? All right. I wish I could just see it from a first 4 games, though. I'm trying to see here. Well, all right. So the first 4 games. Okay, first 4 games we went, but we went 3-0 with Sam last year. All right. Jets. He was 24 for 35, 279 yards. He had a touchdown in that game. All right. He had a QB rating, or he had a rating of passer rating of 102, and then a QBR rating of 45.8. He also had a rushing touchdown in that game. New Orleans, okay? He was 26 for 38, 305 yards, 68.4 completion rating. First 4 games, he was averaging 8 yards a play. Right? All right, so back to the Saints. 26 for 38, 305, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay? Houston. 23 for 34, 304 yards, but 2 rushing touchdowns. Okay? Dallas. 26 for 39, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's the first 4 games. Way better than Baker Mayfield. The first 4 games. Way better. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close, man. And that's the most insane part right there. We're talking about Sam Darnold. So, guys, make sure you pound that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This live has been recorded, so if you're coming in and if you missed out the first part, I just analyzed the game, kind of gave you my comments and concerns from the game. But there is 14 people watching as of right now. Let's make sure we pound that like button, guys. We're only at 13 likes. I'd love to get this up to like 25 likes if that's possible. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Well, and then yes, JSK, and then, but I can guarantee. I mean, it seems like at this point though that this offense is just like throwing shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Right? That's the best way I can go. That's the best like anomaly or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, that I can come up with. Do we tank for Bryce Young? I mean, I don't know if even Bryce Young's going to be the answer for this team. You never know what you don't know. That's the problem with drafting quarterbacks. You don't know if they're going to pan out. Who knows? Matt Corral could be the next big thing. Who knows? You want CJ Stroud? I'm not a big fan of CJ Stroud. I think Bryce Young's better, in my opinion. I think Caleb Williams is a stud, too, out of USC. KJ Jefferson's a stud. I like Hooker, too. Yeah, we may be better off with Sam at this moment. Offense will be garbage, but it wouldn't stink as much. I mean, the first 4 games, Sam Darnold basically had over 1,000 yards the first 4 games. And he had twice as many touchdowns than he did interceptions. And he had a couple rushing touchdowns there too. QBR rating was higher than Baker Mayfield's is the first 4 games. Passer rating was definitely a lot higher. Completion rating was definitely a lot higher. Maybe about the same. Nah, let me look. Let me look at that. No, it was higher. Passer rating was way higher. How do you feel about Baker saying he doesn't care about the fans booing him? Well, he probably should care. But if that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. Not much we can do about it. I mean, if he wants to be ignorant, he can be ignorant. It is what it is. You know? Not much we're going to be able to do about it. Honestly. We're at 16 likes, guys. Let's get like 10 more likes before I decide to get off. Not getting off for another like 10 minutes. So 10 likes in 10 minutes should be easy to do. Sorry, let me get back to this comment section. So Underground West, man, like, how do I feel about Baker Mayfield saying he doesn't care about the fans booing him? He probably should. But, I don't think he means it in a disrespectful way towards the fans. I just think that he is just frustrated at this point. And I would be too, obviously, if I performed that way, it's like when you're trying to like hook up with a chick and you don't perform well, it's like, well, that sucks. But well, at least you got yours, I guess, at the end of the day, But I guess that's probably like the worst metaphor I came up with. I don't know how to go about it. I mean, it's just like at this point, I'm just so frustrated with it. Like, I don't even know what to think. I wish Matt Corral wasn't injured. We will. Yeah, I mean, I would listen if he was available. I'd say give it a shot because at this point, man, like if you throw Sam Darnold in there, or if you had Matt Corral available, I would say throw him in there. What else you got to? You don't have anything else to lose at this point. You don't got anything else to lose at this point. Underground West, that was a good point. Are you sure? Because I felt like that was not my best, like, I guess, analogy, metaphor, anomaly, whatever you want to call it. But it's just crazy. If you go on ESPN, guys, and I'm not kidding you, like, I wish I could do. Can I double screen share? Oh, I might be able to double screen these stats. Let me see if I can double screen these stats. Extra camera. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let me see if I can do this. I don't think I can, but I'm going to still try to share it. What are you expecting out of the season? I don't even know if we should celebrate wins. If you end up with 5-6 wins, all you get is worse draft picks. Honestly, man, at this point, if this offense can't figure things out after against the 49ers, like if we lose against the 49ers, you might as well not even try to win another game the rest of the season. You might as well try to get that first round draft pick. You might as well. What else are you going to do? And you might as well go ahead and get Baker Mayfield out of there. Thank God we got him for a freaking cheap-ass deal. You're only paying him like $3 million or something like that, or maybe a little bit more. I think we might maybe paying him like $5 million this year. All right? Let him walk. Right? Get rid of Sam because his contract will be done. You might want to keep one of them. You either keep Baker or you keep Sam, just because you'll have a rookie quarterback if you get that first round draft pick, because we know that's what's going to happen. If Carolina tanks the rest of this season, they don't win another game this year, we all know we're going to get that first round draft pick. We're going to get that number 1 first round draft pick. But Paul And I think his name was Paul. Where's Paul's name at? Paul Mancini. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. Did come up with a good point, which I think makes sense for all of us. We probably should, if we're basically done and we're just legitimately out of the, the next. He was saying let's fast forward for 4 weeks, right? And if the Panthers we're not in the playoff contention, which I've thought about this myself, then we need to make trades to get some draft picks for the next 2 years in 2023 and 2024. You're probably going to have to trade away CMC. You're probably going to have to trade away somebody like Robbie Anderson and Shaq Thompson and CJ Henderson to accumulate some draft picks. You keep the other guys like Chen, Brown, Burns, Luvu, Aquanu, obviously you try to keep because he's going to be our star left tackle. And then you just try to prepare you go into the draft and free agency market after you trade some guys away, get some draft capital, and you try to rebuild. You go into the draft and you try to rebuild. You try to find that franchise quarterback. Guys, make sure you pound that like button. There's only 16 likes. Let's get this up to 25 likes. Let's get it up to 25 likes. If we can get it up to 25 likes, let's get up to 50. You know what? Let's get it up to 50. We're not waiting for 25. Let's get it up to 50. Come on. Anyways. So, what am I expecting? I hope it's less than 5 wins because 5 wins only gets you like a number 6, number 7th overall all pick. I want to either have first 3 picks. So I hope it's less than that at this point, but we'll definitely see where we're at after probably around week 8, week 7. I think it just depends on where we're at week 7, week 8. We should start PJ Walker. I mean, how much worse can it be? And I personally think he's decent, in my opinion. Bite-sized glitches. I mean, right now. But if Sam Darnold's good to go, we start Sam. Sam Darnold, the first 4 games, there is not even a comparison on how much better Sam Darnold played the first 4 games than Baker Mayfield did. Now, I understand Sam Darnold went down after that. I get it. He went downhill. But who's to say that Sam might not come out there and actually play well? We don't know. But I can tell you right now, Sam Darnold didn't get no balls batted down like Baker Mayfield does. Because actually, Sam Darnold can actually probably see over the offensive line. But Baker Mayfield, it wouldn't be a bad idea, man, if you're watching this. Go watch some Drew Brees game film. He made it work. Figure it out. Yeah, this one hurt. We shouldn't have lost to the Cardinals. We shouldn't be losing to a team like that. In my opinion, I think the Cardinals are one of the worst teams in the league right now. Kyler Murray is not that good either. This team is beating themselves, man. They're just beating themselves at this point. Rashad, first time I've ever seen Rashad Higgins even touch the ball, and he fumbles it. No wonder he's not playing. Terrace Marshall, still injured. The guy's like a freaking piece of glass. Waste of a second-round pick, in my opinion. Laviska Shenault, he's injured. He was injured for this game. CMC needs to get more touches out of the air. We can run him, but I need more touches. I need that man touching at least 8 to 10 passes. Not getting pounded up the middle. Get him on the out. You got to get CMC on the outside, man, or in the slot. Use him that way. You can still use him in the run game too. Put him in the slot. Move him to the outside, man. That's where he's explosive. DJ Moore, you got to start getting open, man. You're just not. Your route running has looked like shit, in my opinion. After I went back and watched that Cardinals game, it was better this game, but the other games I went back and watched, it looked like shit. He's got to be better at his routes, man. And I don't know why. He's a good route runner. He's a top 10 wide receiver. When he gets open, and obviously he's effective. Robbie. Robbie's been pretty consistent, I think. Let's see. He might lead this team in yards, honestly, right now. Let me go see. I want to see if he's leading this team in yards. Let's see. But Baker Mayfield, yeah. Robbie Anderson's leading this team in yards for the team. I figured he did. I mean, DJ Moore's got more receptions than he does. But he's leading the team in the receiving yards. And yeah, I mean, and so I mean, but this offense is just non-existent, man, and there's no reason for it not to be. Whether it's Ben McAdoo's play calling, whether it's Baker Mayfield's performance, whether it's DJ Moore getting open or not, whether it's Terrace Marshall being injured, whether it's Laviska Shenault being injured, whether it's whether it's Christian McCaffrey not to get enough touches on in the passing game, whether it's Rashad Higgins fumbling a ball getting on his first touch on offense that I saw. We're just beating ourselves on the offense. And we should have never lost to the Arizona Cardinals. There's no reason for that. There's multiple problems with this team. Chemistry is definitely one of them, I think. And we have no identity for this offense. You can't even identify this offense and what they are, much less the team, too. This defense is top 10. Our special teams has performed very well. Top 10, too. If we had even just an average offense, an average NFL offense was putting up 23 points a game, 22 points a game, whatever, we wouldn't even be having this discussion right now because we'd be 3-1. We would have beat the Browns. Hell, we probably actually might even be 4-0. Honestly, if we had just an average offense. But I think also it kind of falls on the Ben McAdoo too. His playbook is very vanilla. Very vanilla. And what can you do now? It is what it is. So it's like, what do you do now? Do you try to put if Sam Darnold's available, do you put him in there? See what he's got? Because at this point, I say, yeah. It can't be any worse than Baker Mayfield. Hell, I'll even let them throw PJ Walker in there, but I can tell you it's not going to be much better. But I at least first 4 games of the season with Sam Darnold, the stats don't lie, man. He was way better than Baker Mayfield the first 4 games last year than Baker has been this year. And that's saying something. And we all thought, and a lot of people thought that Baker Mayfield was an upgrade, and I was one of those people. Let me go ahead and go get my clown suit on. And I was also one of those people that I thought we should have got rid of Teddy Bridgewater. And I'll admit it. But let me go put my clown suit on because I'm eating those words now. I'm eating that crow right now. Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback out of anybody since Cam's been gone. And that's saying something. And trust me, I miss Prime Cam. Don't get me wrong. All right? Don't get me wrong, guys. I miss Prime Cam. But those days are gone. Luke Kuechly's gone. Olsen's gone. Steve Smith's gone. And don't even throw Jake Delhomme out there. Like, Jake Delhomme was only good for like 2 seasons. It sucks, man. So it's like, what do you do now? Because at this point, it's just like this team is in this cycle of we're just trying things and see if it works. Just throwing shit at the wall, see if it works. It makes no fucking sense. Sorry, but it doesn't. Guys, thank you for everyone for coming and join the live stream. I appreciate y'all coming. Just let me rant. Kind of have my own therapy session. And y'all can get in the comment section, have your therapy session with me. It's fine. I feel your pain just as much. Make sure you pound that like button though for me, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Click that post notifications bell, especially so you don't miss out on any new videos or any more live streams. I go live basically every day. I also go live on the games too. So I'll be live again this Sunday for the 49ers game. Let me go through the comment section here as I finish up. I still think we are 1 QB away. Yeah, well, we've been saying that for years, and I don't think that it's just 1 QB away. I just hate that trading. I just hate the thought of trading CMC. I really do. Because he's such a weapon, especially when he's healthy, man. Especially when he's healthy. Exactly. CMC in the slot, man. Yeah, I've been saying it for years. They need to start throwing CMC in the slot a little bit more. I mean, we've got too many. He's so explosive when he's on the outside. He's going to get you 10 yards every single time he touches the ball on the outside. At least 5, 6. But he's so explosive. He can get that 10 yards, no problem. We need to trade for Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron is not going to save this tight end position. If he was as good as he really as a lot of people thinks he is, or he probably thinks he is, he'd be on a team. I like Eric Ebron, but Eric Ebron is not the same Eric Ebron that he was at Detroit. If he was the Eric Ebron from Detroit, we'd be talking. We should have got David Njoku when we had a chance. That's who we should have got. We should have got David Njoku when we had the chance. Oh, if we had an average quarterback right now, if we had average quarterback play, like an average, if we just had an average offense that put up 23 points a game, 22 points a game, which is basically an average NFL offense that's how much points they put up. We'd be 3-1, 4-0. I know we'd be at least 500. Because 2-2 right now would definitely be looking a lot better than 1-3. But here we are. And listen, man, and I keep saying this, and I've probably repeated myself more than once on the show tonight, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, man. Sam Darnold, the first 4 games has looked 10 times better, and go check the stats, has looked 10 times better than Baker Mayfield. And I can tell you, and I was one of those people, man. I was one of those people that said that Baker Mayfield would be an upgrade than Sam Darnold. And now I need to go ahead and go find a clown suit and get a red nose and put some clown makeup on my face, because that's what Baker Mayfield is making me look like right now. Also, Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback we've seen back there since Prime Cam. Since Prime Cam, Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback for the Carolina Panthers since he's been gone. Since Cam Newton's been gone, Teddy Bridgewater has been the best quarterback. And that's saying something. And I'm one of the guys who wanted Teddy checked down out. And I'll admit it. And I'm eating that crow right now, man. I'm eating the Baker Mayfield crow too. When we brought Sam Darnold in, I didn't know what to expect. I was hoping and praying that Sam just came from the Jets and was just just got a bad apple up there, and was hoping that maybe, what I saw out of him coming in out of that draft, when he came out of that draft, I thought he was going to be a lot better than what he was. But I'm eating that crow now. But he's better than Baker Mayfield. Go check your stat. Go check the stats. Baker Mayfield nowhere even close to what Sam Darnold was in the first 4 games, and that's saying something. Now, if I'm Baker Mayfield right now, trying to figure this out, doesn't even matter about the offense. Go watch some Drew Brees film. That's what he needs to go do. Go watch a QB that actually was able to still take the height that he had and was still able to win a Super Bowl and still had a cannon of an arm and was still able to win a lot of football games. That's what Baker Mayfield needs to go do. Go study some Drew Brees film. Yeah, but bite side glitches, when you have a bad coach, bad plays happen. Because of how the coaching is. TMG, what's going on, man? Make true money. What's going on? Thanks for joining the live, man. Guys, as you're coming in, make sure you pound that like button. Baker's total QBR. Oh, it's absolutely god awful, man. Sam Darnold looks like a king right now compared to Baker Mayfield. And that's saying something, man. I'm eating a lot of crows right now. Like I said, I should have came on here with a clown suit, some clown makeup on, and a red nose. Because I'm eating a lot of words right now. From my past videos, I'm eating a lot of words about Teddy Bridgewater, number 1. And number 2, thinking that maybe Baker Mayfield might have been an upgrade from Sam Darnold. But the stats don't lie. The tape don't lie. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But I'm eating that crow, so I was one of the guys that think we should have got rid of Teddy Bridgewater, but Teddy Bridgewater's been the best quarterback we've seen back there since Cam. But those guys are behind us with Prime, Cam, and all those guys, man. It's far behind us. Oh, my gosh. Don't even bring up Jimmy Clausen. Good Lord. Those were rough days, too. Everybody thought we hit the jackpot with that guy. Next thing you know, we're in the same situation basically where we are right now. Which isn't, I mean, we've been here before. And then we brought Cam in, man. Hopefully we can find something like that. KJ Jefferson kind of looks like that. In my opinion, if I'm comparing KJ Jefferson as a quarterback, KJ Jefferson looks like Cam Newton out of Arkansas. Our tight ends are fine. Our tight ends are okay. I wouldn't even say they're fine. They're below average. I would say that. We have good backs. Run the ball, limit his throws. I mean, Glenn Conley. Maybe I should go get a shirt made for the channel. It's gonna say "Run the damn ball," and we'll put the Pantherology logo on it. I'll sell them. At least no batted balls with Sam. Exactly. I was saying that earlier. Sam Darnold, he can see over the offensive line. He never had a batted ball. If he did, it wasn't the most in the league. I can tell you that. Baker Mayfield, as of right now, leads the league in batted balls down. So he needs to go watch Drew Brees game film and figure out how Drew Brees made it work, because he made it work. So why can't you? Baker's got the talent. He's got the arm. You just got to be smart. Unless he's like too caught up into Call of Duty like Kyler Murray is. Or unless he's too busy trying to find some girls to meet him in Cheesecake parking lots to give him a a nice little blowy. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, there's a report on that. There was an article, or there was like a Twitter feed, or like an article on Twitter about Baker Mayfield going to, when he was in, was it Oklahoma or Cleveland? I'm not sure. But he was like meeting chicks and like he was meeting chicks at cheesecake factories. Like messaged him on Tinder or whatever. I don't know what it was. I can't remember the article, but he was like meeting chicks in like cheesecake factory parking lots to get a blowjob. Oh man. That's our quarterback right now. Cheesecake factory blowjobs. Man, it has been like this for 5 years or something. I'm starting to lose count. We're the new Browns. I don't know. No, we're more like we're right now probably like the Adam Gase years of the New York Jets. That's where I think we are right now. And I wouldn't say Matt Rule is as bad as Adam Gase, because I still believe to this day Adam Gase is the worst NFL quarterback of all time. But we're pushing up to that point. With Teddy, we moved the ball, but wasn't good at the red zone because Joe Brady did like stupid coaching. Didn't like, I see your finishing touch there, my friend. Joe Brady didn't like the red zone offense, which is dumb, but at least we moved the ball down the field with Teddy B. Yeah. At least we drove down the field and scored, right? It will always be next year with us, man. Why can't we win? Well, at this rate, it won't even be next year. There's no next year either. It's going to be this. It's going to take at least a 2-year rebuild at this point. A whole nother 2 to 3 year rebuild to get this team to talk about, even mention them in making the all playoffs. It's going to take a 2 to 3 year rebuild. I guarantee you. You're going to have to make trades. You're going to have to go in the free agency. It is what it is, man. I'm here for y'all, though. All right? If you need a place to come vent about the Carolina Panthers, you can come on here. You can come talk to me. We'll chill. We'll shoot the shit. It is what it is. This is where we're at. The bottom of the league. That's right, Bite Side Glitches. Let everybody know. Nice stream. Hit that like button. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. We're at 16 likes. Let's get them up to 25 likes. Let's go. Hit that like button for me. But yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me vent tonight, kind of like in hearing y'all's opinions and venting. This is kind of just like a nice little therapy session, I guess you could say. I gave you my analysis on the game. I gave you my thoughts on the game. There were some positive vibes from the game, but mainly, for the most part, there's no reason that this offense should not be way more explosive than what it is. Whether that's coaching, whether it's a coaching problem, whether it's Baker Mayfield problem. I think it's a whole multiple problem. I think it's coaching staff, and I think it's Baker Mayfield, because he can't, the defense can figure him out, because as soon as he's going to throw that ball, they're going to bat it down, because you didn't see it with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold can see over the offensive lineman. I don't think Baker can. And that's why he's overthrowing balls. That's why, that's why I've been talking about in this video about trades and draft, and because it's going to take another 2 to 3 years now, guys, to get the rebuild that we've actually been looking for. Getting the right head, it's going to take getting the right head coach. I don't think Scott Fitterer is the problem. I think Scott Fitt is just fine. I think he's very good at drafting guys. I think he's very good in the free agency. So I think he's very good at what he does. I think Matt Rule is just not. And I don't think this coaching staff is either. I don't think Ben McAdoo was not a great hire. Never thought it was. I never said that it was going to be a good hire. Didn't like it in the first place. We saw what happened with him as a head coach at New York. I don't know why they thought that that was a good idea, but it was a dumb move by Matt Rule suggesting Ben McAdoo. He's trash. His playbook is trash. It's vanilla. It's very easy to read, and that's why we suck also on the offense. It's the play calling. He doesn't utilize the players at the way that they should be. But Baker Mayfield isn't as good as we thought he was, and he's definitely, in my opinion, I still don't. Now looking at the stats and his performance and watching the game film, Sam Darnold is way better than Baker Mayfield, at least compared to last year in the first 4 games. And then like I said, I've been eating my crow after these first 4 games. I've been eating my crow so hard. I thought Teddy Checkdown should have been gone. But now I would take him right now in a heartbeat over Baker Mayfield. I'd take Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield right now. I would. It seems like this offense right now is, like I said before, and I'll say it again. It looks like this offense is literally, and this coaching staff, especially on the offensive side, is literally just throwing shit at the wall and see if it works or if it sticks, is what I mean. They're just literally throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. And we got a quarterback that's too busy trying to go to cheesecake parking lots to hook up with chicks. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an article about that, or like something on Twitter I saw. This was like when he was in Cleveland or in Oklahoma or some shit. It's just like a funny article. I've said what I need to say. I've got it all out. If you're just joining the live stream, I gave my analysis on the game, gave me my thoughts. There were some obviously there was negative thoughts, but there were some positivities out of this, out of this stream. Brandon's World says, I say fire Rule and McAdoo, trade CMC for draft capital for a rebuild. You're going to have to trade more than CMC for draft capital. We're going to have to trade like Robbie Anderson. Probably going to have to trade Shaq Thompson. Probably going to have to trade CJ Henderson. Then we're probably going to have to keep at least, you either keep Sam Darnold or Baker for another year. Because you can't go into the next year with a PJ Walker or I mean, unless you want to just go ahead and throw Matt Corral, the rookie, into it. But I think it would be good for him to sit another year because he's been injured. But at least he's getting to watch the games and see how things work in the NFL. That's the only positive thing I can think of about that whole situation with Matt Corral. But you're going to have to trade more than CMC if you want to get the draft capital for that next 2 to 3 years rebuild. Glenn Colley, who do you think our next coach should be? I say Sean Payton or Mike Zimmer. Don't like Mike Zimmer. Sean Payton's not going to sign with the Carolina Panthers. It's either we either need to go after the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, Ken Dorsey. I would either go after or Eric Bieniemy, or I would go get the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, which is Shane Steichen. I think Shane Steichen would be a good head coach. Like I said, if we get another head coach, we need an offensive minded coach, a guy that is strictly offensive minded. I'd love to keep Phil Snow. I think Phil Snow's defense is good. Our defense is top 10, man. We have the talent, right? Special teams is good. I'm not mad about it. But obviously these head coaches, if they come in, they're going to bring their own staff in. So, but I think for us, we need to bring in a guy that has shown that he can coach in the NFL and that has actually been successful in the NFL and is offensive minded. Not some guy out of college that, you know, Eric Bieniemy from the Kansas City is a perfect example. Ken Dorsey from the Buffalo Bills, another guy. You know what's crazy? Joe Brady's over there with the Buffalo Bills, and look at them, man. I'm just throwing that out there. I know that he's not like the head offense coordinator, but he's winning. He's winning. Nah, it won't be Sean Payton. It won't be Sean Payton. Oh yeah, I think Eric Bieniemy is very. I like it. I like him a lot, man. I think he deserves a head coaching job. You know, and on this coaching staff right now, I mean, I love Phil Snow. I like Steve Wilkes. I mean, I like those guys. And I mean, unfortunately, though, for us, I mean, even though maybe some people might want to keep them, you know, those kinds of guys like that. But if we get, um, new head coach, those guys could be gone. I think James Campen is a very good offensive line coach. I think Sean Ryan's a good quarterbacks coach. He's coached some very good guys like Stafford, Deshaun Watson. Um, and I think Chris Tabor is a hell of a special teams coach. So there's definitely there's definitely there's definitely still some good coaches on this coaching staff, which is it's unfortunate though. It's unfortunate. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here. Appreciate y'all coming and joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that post notifications bell. That's all that I ask. Also, go check me out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All right, go check me out there, Roppstar92_. And also, like it says down here on this banner, you better pound that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel more, you can hit that Cash App, or you can also hit the super chat. All right. And there's also that new super thanks in there. So, like, it's a heart. You can also support that way as well. Also, another way you can support the channel too is this live stream was sponsored by betusa.com. Your first sign up bonus, get 125% with your first deposit. All right. Link is down in the description. Use promo code Pantherology. That's it. All right, guys. Thanks. Also, if everybody's hopping in, I am hopping off, but this is recorded, so you can go back and watch the watch it. So feel free to come back and watch it. All right. It is recorded, so you can watch this again. All right. And it will be on the channel. All right. So come check us out. All right. Other than that, guys, as always, keep pounding.